Starting off on defense, we have Specty as engineer. He's going to be setting up in the normal spot. His soldier is not whipping him, which is pretty interesting. He's doing the Eureka effect rollout. Looks like a modified one. Essentially, if he places a dispenser now, he can build up a level 3 when he's at spawn with his Jag. He builds up a level 3 and upgrades his teleporter. Then he teleports it. It should save 10-15 seconds, and there does not have to be suicides. He's going to get that set up. Depending on where he gets it set up will determine generally how his team holds. So he's not setting up watching cart, which means his combo is going to have to rotate to cart if blue team pushes cart. It's also pretty interesting that blue team's running a spy and a sniper. They're probably going to try to get a pick with that. Blue team off the start putting their scout on cart. Their soldier trying to hop up with the direct hit. Not necessarily doing so well. I want to watch him. He's probably going to try to hop up again and base jump to get the... no, he switched off direct hit, which means he's probably going to double on with his demo. Unless they just push up cliff normally. Blue combo rotating up cliff. No, it's just heavy. They're double bomb, demo, and soldier. Soldier dies to the gun. Engineer keeps the gun up. Engineer dies, but his gun gets sapped. Pyro does not have a home wrecker. Thank you for the fall. Engineer, his gun is down, but his buildings are still up. They're slightly hurt. Blue team actually lost the majority of their combo. They kept their heavy up on cliff. Their demo jumps in again. Their demo doesn't even have the rest of his combo with him. He survives with 2 health. The soldier dies there. The demo rotates back. I don't understand why blue team is just sack waving in. It doesn't make any sense. If they already got the gun, they should just push with their combo. They're going to only have to push into an Uber. Spy decloaks, right? Okay, blue Uber goes down. The soldier jumps in with Uber. He's trying to get the engineer at this. The pyro gets him. EAF flashes his demo and his heavy. It pushes red back. Yucky only lost 2 players in that. They just lost a third. Their soldier killed themselves. Blue has a pretty big advantage rolling into this point. They're rolling in with the... they're rolling in with... Oh. Hold on. Yes. Okay. Blue has a pretty big advantage. They had player ad, and the red team was down players, which means it's going to be much harder for them to set up a setup on this roof. If blue team were to push in with that player ad, they would have easily taken roof. Soldier once again goes for bomb, dies to the pyro. Blue sniper is actually in a pretty interesting spot. From this sightline, he can see who crosses. However, red has a teleporter up. It looks like all of their players are playing on the roof, though, which is pretty interesting. The red sentry is right in the middle, which means it can cover cart, but if someone's behind it, they're going to get shielded. Red soldier bombs cart. Scout goes down. However, blue spy does pick the demo, which means it's going to be significantly easier to push in here. Uber goes down both sides. Red, they're just keeping on the one person, which means theirs is going to last longer. Blue flashed, which then they led to dropping their heavy. Their spy died in the trade too. Red soldier is rotated behind the team. They cut off a success. It was an unsuccessful blue push. Red sniper's actually watching the stairs going up to roof. He doesn't get a pick though. He rotates down to cart. He sees the med, doesn't go for it. He sees the scout, misses. Looks like he's looking for a spy now. It'll be interesting to see who wins this trade. If he can watch him going... Oh, he does. He does get the body shot down. Big Fluffy Hippo gets health, though. Oh, demo... Red Sniper picks the demo, but gets body shot. He gets out with 75 health. He rotates around. He's checking for spy now. He gets pretty close there. Red team's done a pretty good job of checking for spies. So far, the only thing I've seen is that red demo gets picked by the spy once on first. However, blue sniper does win the sniper exchange here. But oh, Engineer goes down again to the Spy. His gun is sapped again. Oh, the Maul comes out this time. Gun is saved with about half health. It's always a good thing when a Pyro runs a Maul. It looks like Blue Combo's trying to push through stairs. However, the demo Zebra is able to thwart the push. He gets a lot of damage on the combo, and the combo isn't able to push as quickly as they wanted, which means their positions have been called out. However, ooh, they actually get the Uber off quickly. They drop the medic. Red medic dies. Blue has massive play. No, Blue's lost more players. It's only been Red's medic. Red just loses their Pyro. However, Red is able to win this exchange even though they drop their med. They are able to kite an Uber out. It's actually quite impressive. Blue's gonna probably... They should have really sacked in. Their whole team should have died there. However, they didn't. They just kind of waited and half their team died there. The Red Engineer's able to get a gun up again, which is good because they're gonna be able to hold the point. Blue, I'm gonna watch the Spy. Blue Spy rotates around. It looks like he's probably gonna go for... He might go for gun again. He's been going for gun a good amount of times. Ooh, he sees Sniper. He gets Sniper but dies to the Pyro. With this, their Blue Sniper should be getting aggressive. It'll be interesting to see if he rotates behind to try to go for a pick. The Soldier is watching, however, but his Soldier defends himself. Red Demo is watching for the push downstairs. Oh, Red Demo gets aggressive here. Red Demo doesn't even have a med with him, but he defends. Oh, he kites out the Uber. He dies. Med drops him there. Oh, Medic dies with 99% Uber. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Absolutely terrible. It looks like Red is 2 up and Blue is 4 up, which means Blue should be able to push into roof pretty quickly here. However, Red does have the Soldier behind, which he might be able to drop down on cart and get a good pick. Oh, he bombs down on cart. He gets 1 shot. Two rockets on the medic. He beefs the 3rd. Oh, that barely gets out. If he hadn't have hit that barrier there, he would have gotten the medic. Red Sniper's rotating into him. He watches Boiler. Oh, he dies. He's going to call that to his team, so his team's not going to push past the point where the Blue Sniper can watch. Looks like Red Engineer's on Eureka effect again. He's building passive here. The only issue that I see with building here is that as soon as they cap that point, they have forward spawns, which means if they die, they can get to the point so much quicker, which there's a problem with that. Blue's able to push hard into this because the gun's so far back and the team's so far back. There's not even any point in holding that. You should just rotate back to last in that point. But Red manages to kite it out with only losing their heavy. Blue Ubers again. Blue's had a bunch of quick Ubers here. The Red Med's almost dead. He pops though. The Pyro is still on the medic. Okay, the Pyro finally dies. It looks like they had a rotation. The Blue Spy went Pyro. Yeah, it looks like the only rotation thus far in the game. Probably because the Spy was only really killing the Engineer and the gun. They needed much more aggression to be able to push in. And it worked at the start. Looks like the Red Heavy's going to be trying to get aggressive here. Pretty interesting. His med's with him. The combos hold him pretty far aggressive. Blue Demo does go down here. Blue is 2 down, so Blue should start backing up a bit here. It looks like they do to kite it out. Blue's kind of playing passive. It would be nice to see Blue, maybe the Pyro, or even the Sniper. Maybe the Soldier, since Soldier is not doing so well on the push. If he were to rotate over to Spy, he could get a pick. It could get his team much more aggressive if they had a pick to push off of. He does jump up on the roof, but he doesn't get anything off of it. Blue is actually rotating through trash right now. They pop Uber on the demo. It's a single Uber on demo. However, Red's Uber is better. Red kills the Pyro. Red kills the Scout. The medic doesn't get out. The medic gets headshot by Green Beret, and Sin manages to get the demo. Blue players are pretty weak right now because they were just down their medic. Their red med's gonna have full Uberad, or he's not gonna have full Uberad, he's gonna have partial Uberad because he did not die in the push. Fortunately, the blue oh, he lives with 3 health. The blue pyro does rotate back to spy. He almost dies to fall damage there. Looks like he's probably gonna try to get a pick here, which is interesting because nobody's watching this. Oh my gosh, he almost gets the pick. Blue spy decloaks, goes for the medic. Does not get it. Blue scout running in. Blue soldier bombing. He gets the force off on red. Red has to push off of this. If red does not push off of this, then they're not going to be able to have their Uber ad that they did. However, blue does manage to kite it out, and they can be pretty successful if they pop in now. It should be interesting to see that ad on the medic right now. Oh my, I completely missed that. Red managed to kill the med here, which means they will have Uber ad again. It's pretty important on a force like that to be able to push and kill the enemy med so that you can have Uber ad again. And that's what red managed to do. They're holding pretty strong right now. A 6-minute hold on the first 3 points is pretty quick, but if they manage to hold this for another couple minutes, it's going to be difficult for blue to manage to defend slower, or slow them down. Blue team actually playing pretty passive here. Every time they've gotten aggressive past this point, they've been crushed by red. Red managing pretty easily to punish off of a bomb. For example, if the blue soldier were to bomb in and try to force the med, red can easily push in off of that bomb. Red heavy's aggressive by himself, doesn't take that much damage, survives with 43 health. Red demo gets aggressive. They push back here. Blue combo gets aggressive again. Blue combo's playing pretty slowly. They're being quite methodical with their pushes and defenses. Red demo's playing alone on the cart right now. The scout managed to get a little bit of damage off of him, but the scout kites it out with 40 health. Looks like blue demo is going to be pushing in off this with pretty low health. He gets a banana from the heavy. Looks like the blue combo's rotating to map room right now, which should be interesting. They have Uber, so they're going to be able to push in. Uber goes down on the blue demo. The engineer's sentry gets wrangled. It gets pulled back. Engineer's chasing. The demo is chasing the engineer. He managed to get the gun, the engineer, and they're pretty. Blue is pretty separated here. Red is much more centralized. The blue demo is playing all by himself. He manages to get out though. He gets the health in the small house and rotates back down to cart. Red is down a good amount of players. They just got 2 spawners though, so they will probably be able to hold this. Blue team is rotated to Vaccinator. It'll be interesting to see what the red team can do to counter the vac. It's on bullet resist right now. The red sniper does get a headshot. He sees the spy. He sees the spy set. He's not managed to find him. Currently, the Girardi is banned. Or since it's a pick ban, Girardi isn't banned. But the crossbow is banned in these pick bans, which is interesting. Red does get aggressive here again. They've been a good team in the fact that they can get aggressive, and when they get weak, they can push back without... Oh, the green beret, the red sniper, does manage to pick EAF, the blue medic. EAF has died a bunch. I don't know if it's out of position or his team's lack of calling. But generally, red is good with their pushes. They can back up when they need to, and they can push when they need to. Their players have been playing pretty low on heals. I don't know if it's the lack of the crossbow, but generally I see the red combo playing without their medic, which is kind of interesting. I would have thought blue would punish that much more. looks like the classes really haven't rotated around at all, which could be why blue is losing the push. The Uber goes down on the red demo. They manage to pick the blue demo, and the blue soldier gets respawns. Pretty unsuccessful Uber. However, it's not over yet for them. They still have all this ground that blue has yet to push in. Blue demo's playing on the pipes. He sees the sniper. There it is. The blue spy actually managed to get the pick out on the red sniper. It's a pretty good pick. Blue spy does go down in this exchange. Crits goes down on the blue heavy. He manages to kill the demo sniper and the heavy. However, med, soldier, and pyro are still up. And sniper. The conch goes off, which allows red to push in. I totally missed that. Red to push in, and they just killed a bunch. This red soldier's on a 14 kill streak right now. My computer also just went unresponsive, so we'll see how that goes. Red combo's playing pretty aggressive on the ramp. However, the pyro is behind. He's quite out of position here. He dies without getting anything down. Red sniper does manage to pick the blue demo. However, Solid Snake manages to kill red sniper. Blue team is pretty good with their picks. They've been able to get occasional picks that will be game-changing. Like if they can get the engineer and sap the gun, or if they can get the sniper with the scout or the spy. But they're having a hard time pushing into red combo with this. Okay, looks like Soldier's on a 17 kill streak. He is playing in trash right now with the pyro. Blue Sniper's actually alone playing on barrels. He does not manage to get out. Conch goes off on red team. Red team manages to push back in on this. The blue team has a last-ditch effort to be able to push in off this. If they get times 3 on the cart, they might be able to get it in. But it looks like it's going to be unsuccessful. The red team set a very good defense. It's going to be difficult for blue team to be able to top it. Should be interesting to see that. I need to get Twitch chat to respond. Twitch chat is down on my computer right now. Pretty interesting. The dominations right now are pretty interesting looking at the scoreboard. All of Yucky is dominating at least one player. Now it's time for defense. Hopefully Twitch chat loads now. Now it's time for defense for Why Are We Still Here? The engineer Salad Snick does a different type of Eureka effect rollout. He puts his gun down early, which means he's going to teleport with his dispenser. He actually puts his teleport in a different spot too. The advantage with putting your dispenser early is that you actually get much more metal because it takes 21 seconds for a dispenser to fully get all of its metal. So if you put in your dispenser early, you get more metal, so you might be able to upgrade quicker. But the disadvantage with the dispenser is that he has 9 seconds to get his gun level 3, which he can, but it's 14 seconds slower than the other one. His gun is in the same spot as Yucky's. Blue Scout going out on the cart, Blue Spy rotating to tunnel, and it's going to be a pretty standard hold from Red. They're constantly spy checking. Should be interesting to see how if the spy can get in off this. It's probably going to wait for a distraction. Yes, the distraction is the rockets. Blue Spy managed to get behind. Everyone's in position. Oh! Red Soldier bombs the Blue Sniper. He was on positioned very well in White Wall. I'm actually zoomed in right now. Okay. Red Sniper managed to push in on White. I am completely messing up. Okay, blue was in very, very good positions right now to be able to push. However, they just messed up their push. They lost their demo, he bombed him. They lost their sniper, who's on white wall, he got bombed, and their spy had an unsuccessful stab. I don't even know. My computer's not working right now. The blue spy actually drops down. He gets the heavy and he saps the gun. The gun is only level 2. However, it manages to live. Blue is only down their scout, and red is down 2 pretty important players. Oh, blue spy manages to fall. It's pretty interesting players going down right now. Both meds are equal uber, which Yucky is playing quite aggressive for being equal uber here, because they have to push into this. If that med were to get bombed around the corner, it would be devastating. It looks like red has slight uber add. They had 42 when blue had 40, and blue just stopped healing for a minute. So red's gonna have uber now, and blue just got it. So ubers are equal. Blue heavy does go down. Uber goes down on the blue demo. Blue demo manages to get air blast. It was a single uber on just the demo, so it was very unsuccessful. Red managed to defend very well against that. It's interesting seeing the positions again. Red soldier manages to kill blue sniper again. Players are almost equal. Red's pretty weak right now. They're being wrapped from the spy, and the whole blue team is in very good positioning. Oh, it looks like a successful push down by the blue team. The pyro walks in. He manages to get the soldier and the sniper. 3 red players managed to kite out and cut out to the roof. It is the pyro, medic, and heavy. So if blue gets this point and rotates quickly to upper, if they were to rotate through the stairs, they'd be successful in pushing. Let's hope that's what they're gonna do. Oh, that's what they're doing right now. Blue managed to pop the uber off. However, red also has uber. Red managed to cut out with uber. Red flashes keeps their players alive, but they actually lost a lot more players than blue has here. Blue picks the demo. Gun's still up. Blue picks the gun. Pyro manages to get out. It's only medic, soldier. The soldier goes up behind and kills the blue medic. Even though they had player add, blue drops their med, and the red med survives, which means red med's going to have uber add. So they're going to be able to defend it much easier. Much easier. While all of that was going down, blue really should have put a player on cart because they're giving them spawns. Blue stacks the cart here, which is pretty interesting, putting their entire combo on cart. Max cart speeds times 3. It doesn't matter if you have more players on it. And the combo should be pushing in and having the flank stick on the cart. Positioning-wise, the red defending team is actually down a lot more. Their defense is not as strong as it should be on this point. However, they're going to manage to set it up by the time blue's going to manage to push in here. Red engineer's in the normal defensive spot. The red med's actually pretty far aggressive. He managed to get out with 41 health. He gets bombed by the soldier. He gets the banana. He lives here. Blue Scout is trying to wrap, it looks, but there's a gun, so it's interesting what he's trying to do. He goes down with the soldier. Uber goes off on the red team. It's a single Uber on the heavy. The heavy manages to get a good amount of damage off on a lot of the players. The blue heavy survives. Blue heavy actually just dies to the soldier. He was living with Fist of Steel. There goes the Overdose. I think that's what the overdose. You never see it in Gauntlet. Yeah, there goes the overdose from the red medic because Crusaders is banned. Oh. Yucky wins the first round. Let me pull up the logs. Give me a second. My voice is also starting to hurt. I wonder if I can pull up logs from STV. Oh. No, I cannot. I need some water. I need some water. Hold on. I'm pulling up the logs right now so you can see. Give me a second. Boom. This should be showing up. Yes, it is. Okay. Looking at these logs. Okay, looking at these logs right now, I need to... Let me get off of this. Okay, looking at these logs, there were a lot of picks from Blue Team. Blue Soldier did a lot of work. And if you look, Blue actually rotated a lot more here. Which is probably how they won. Is because they kept rotating, which means they kept adapting to what Red was doing. If Red pushed a different way, Blue managed to... What? Man, this is not an official cast. This is a friend cast. Sigafu did not ask me to do this. I am doing this all for fun. I have casted once or twice before. I don't have anyone else casting with me. I don't have a camera. I don't have a camera config. I don't have anything else. I'm just here to talk about a game and have fun. And kill my voice. Yeah, I'm new to casting. Gotta start somewhere. Man, I try. I honestly try. It's pretty interesting looking at these logs. Yucky doubles the kills of... why are we still here? Looking down at the med stats, EAF rotates around now. Yeah. EAF rotates his mediguns around, which is interesting. He used crits once while pushing. Oh. Rest in peace, server. I thought there'd be a second half. Maybe there isn't. Let me get some music going in the background so it's not quite as quiet. Looking back over the logs. A lot of kills go down in the first kill. Looks like the server went down for a minute. So we're gonna wait for it to go back up. I can get the Archon switched back for you, hold on. There.
falling for you. Guess I hardly know you, you're off limits. Classic twist, I think I'm falling for you. Think I'm falling for you. Think I'm falling for you. Why am I falling for the toxic night? Why am I falling for this tender touch? Why am I falling for this toxic love? Why am I falling for this tender touch? I'm still falling for you, I'm still falling for you. I've already told you, I can't just wish away those days you say was such a problem for you. Every word I told you, lost in cliche. Without your phrase, it's got me falling for you. Why am I falling for this toxic love? Why am I falling for this tender touch? Why am I falling for?
That soldier's a spy.
Alright, we are live for the second half of Why Are We Still Here versus Yucky. This time Yucky's going to be starting on pushing. Let me know if my mic settings and all that are good right now. I had a little bit of problems with OBS. Yucky's going to be pushing. Last round Yucky won by 3-ish minutes. Why Are We Still Here did not manage to cap last. It was a pretty close game. Perfect. Looks like Red will be doing the Eureka effect route with the dispenser once again this time, which is going to be slightly slower, but it still works. Yeah, I didn't do a quick rundown of players. I guess I should do that later. But both meds are, all the players are in the same classes. There have been no class. Actually, there's a engineer on blue now. Looks like maybe the scout. No, engineer just went spy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh god. Looks okay. Off the start, looks like blue power is going to be pushing up on cliff. Red sniper's actually playing pretty aggressive. Soldier solo bombs, gets the medic down. The medic is at 8 health right now. They crits in. The med drops the entire combo, except for Demo. Demo's playing separate. That was a very interesting play that just went down. Med survives with 8 health, and then his combo entirely dies. EAF pulling out the overdose, going at the Demo. EAF manages to get out with his Demo, man. EAF actually getting aggressive here, going for the Spy. The Spy managed to barely survive. EAF gets out of it. Big Fluffy Hippo actually picks the Demo here. He's playing pretty aggressive. Everyone's playing in their own interesting spots right now. Cameron dies right now to Royal, the blue spy. The Red Pyro is actually playing pretty aggressive. He's gonna maybe try to take on the combo right now. Red Pyro goes down. He was out of position. Looks like blue team's going to be able to roll in with full player ad. They have full players, whereas red only has 5. Blue goes for the bomb on EAF. EAF manages to kite it out again, and once again lives. Looks like the Uber goes down on blue team. It's a flash on the Pyro and Demo. The red med might manage to get out this time. What? Okay, EAF is still alive after 3 pushes. He backs out alone. Okay, he finally goes down to the red Pyro pushing in. No, the blue Pyro pushing in. It's gonna be... Yucky is rolling in pretty quickly. They have a very, very good time on this. They have a constant scout on the cart, which is why they're able to roll it with it such a quick time. Green Beret picks 0.57 and Boiler. 0.57 doesn't get a pick. Red loses their Demo, Sniper, and Spy here, which once again Blue has a full player at pushing into this point. Red Soldier's going to spam the cart, but he's unsuccessful with any kills. He just gets damage off. He actually manages to live here. They are wrapping them? It's pretty interesting. Red Engineer actually managed to get out through trash. He's still alive. He goes down. His gun goes down. He barely managed to get past him the first time. Once again, Blue has a full player ad. And they are walking in. EF dies to the demo. He pulled his overdose. There are 2 players up right now on red. The red soldier gets a good amount of damage off. It's just a roll right now. It's not much to talk about. Red demo's spawn trapping is not going to do much. Blue med bumps the spy. The spy managed to get away without getting burned? No, the spy gets a little burned. The Uber goes off on the blue team. They drop their demo and soldier. However, the Pyro Uber gets a lot of work done. Colty almost living if it wasn't for the mini sentry. Yeah, it's been a problem right now for Why Are We Still Here, is they'll engineer and their combo will be playing in such separate points, so if you push into one and kill it, then it's easier to push into the second one. It's difficult because they can just wrap them. It's been a pretty easy push for Yucky right now. Looks like the spies might actually be going for the cart? Not sure right now. He's just going for a pick. He's he gets found out. Okay, he goes for cart. He gets good cart time, which is good on that last point. And he'll keep cart from rolling back, which means he'll be able to push in stronger here. Blue Scout wraps behind and goes for picks, I guess? He completely ignores the level 3. Crits goes off on red team. EAF manages to kill the blue medic and the demo. It's going to be much harder for Yucky to be able to push in off of this point. Players aren't equal. The spy picks the other spy. Blue gets spawns and they get full player. I'm actually dying. My voice is dying. Blue loses their pyro here, and they are starting to get aggressive. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this. I believe EAF is still on crits. No, EAF switched back to Uber. He's at 25% Uber. And Blue Med dies again, which means EAF will have about 40% ad. It's going to give Why Are We Still Here a much stronger defense because they have ad. The blue sniper does go down to the soldier. It's interesting right now. Ooh, the blue spy picks the heavy. Almost gets the mad, but he picks the heavy. Red soldier jumps in, manages to kill EAF. Well, that's what really what Yucky needed right now. They're gonna be able to push in with much more Uber. If their med doesn't have med has Uber now, maybe? No, med has 50%, and EAF hasn't even spawned yet, which means Blue's gonna have a big advantage pushing in here. It's been a pretty interesting game so far. Blue Spy goes in and saps everything. Blue Spy goes down. AF switches over to the Vaccinator. Pretty interesting. Makes sense because logically they're going to be defending. They're not going to have Uber in time. So if he dies, it's not as bad as wasting like 50% Uber. It looks like Blue Med does have full Uber now, which means I'm gonna rotate over to Demo. The blue Demo, the Uber goes off early. It's really pretty early Uber. The spy kills essentially the entire team. The majority of the combo goes down there. That was a very good push off Yucky, coordinating with the spy. Blue Demo spawn camps right spawn while they're pushing the objective. If spawns go up here, he can get... Oh, red team white. Alright, let's check out... Let's see what the engineers are doing now.
60 seconds.
Looks like there haven't been any... Okay. There haven't been any class rotations, which right now, if Why Are We Still Here were to rotate Cameron off of Heavy, because it's probably not going to be as strong on the push, because they've had difficult getting ground. They have difficult coordinating as a team. If they were to rotate Cameron off of Heavy onto Pyro, or into something that's much more fitting for their team, to where it requires less coordination to do well, then they might be able to get this 749 for capture time. It's gonna... Might be a close game, depending on how well Why Are We Still Here pushes. Red Engineer gets all of his buildings up, and his gun is hidden from White Wall. It's interesting how far back it is. Okay, Red actually spawned a Pyro, which is pretty interesting here because they can deny bombers and they can reflect much easier. It's going to be better to hold. Blue Spy is rotating around for a pick. He eats a rocket from the soldier. It's a pretty lucky rocket. The red demo goes down. Is that the red demo? Yeah, the red demo goes down here. Crits goes off. It's a pretty early crits. The Pyro does reflect one of the stickies. That sticky could have done work. The red team pops Uber, but it looks like it's too late. They don't manage to save any of their engineers' buildings. The engineer backs out a bit? No, the engineer's still resetting up. But the Scout's on the cart. Scout's got the cart a good amount by himself. But the Pyro managed to kill the Scout and distract him off guard. Once again, the game's quite discoordinated. Red Soldier going for the bomb in the demo. He doesn't get it. He dies to the enemy team soldier. Oh! Green Beret gets a nice headshot on White Wall on the Blue Soldier. The cap goes down, which means Red really should be backing out of this point. That's what Red starts to do. They're playing very cookie cutter how you should play the map, which is why they're being able to take so much ground so quickly and defend so well. Green Beret, here's a decloak. Oh, almost dies to the Spy. He calls it. He gets the Girardi on the Spy. The Pyro chases the Spy. Pyro gets the Spy. The Red Engineer is able to set up in time for Blue to push into here. His gun takes a rocket, but he keeps it up. Once again, the Red Demo's playing pretty aggressive by himself. He rotates for heals, and then he'll rotate for damage and for picks. EAF is on... The blue medic EAF is on Vaccinator right now. Blue demo goes in for a... Blue soldier goes in for a bomb. Vaccinator goes down right now on blue team. The demo is behind right now. He misses his pipe. He goes down. Blue team actually has very good player ad right now. It is only the sentry, which blue team's not pushing into. It was interesting. They waited for a second there. If they had pressed tab, they could have seen Red was down on the players. Which is right now where Are We Still Here is struggling. Is they have the lack of coordination. They have the lack of game sense. Meaning, if they had looked at the scoreboard there, they could have rolled it in and had more timing. It would be much more difficult for Red to set up here if they had rolled in with the picks that they had gotten. However, it is actually very, very close for Why Are We Still Here. They've pushed a lot, but on round one, Why Are We Still Here struggled on this push. They did not manage to get the cap, which we'll see if they manage to get it here or not. Once again, Red Team's playing pretty good. Oh, Salad Snick managed to get the cap here. Once again, why are we still here? Was not able to get the cap last time on last. Decloak on the spy doesn't get out. That was a spy pick. Yucky has player ad, but it's pretty just DMy right now. It's who can get on the cart and who can get time. Looks like why are we still here trying to get the cart pretty far. But right now there's only the sniper defending. It's interesting. Conch goes down on the red team. Red team pushes in a bit with this. Blue team backs up with a Conch. It's a very, very good move if they're able to save their med here. Which it looks like they can. They've just been playing pretty far back. The red spy actually rotates behind. He might go for the sniper. Depending on what happens. He decloaks. He rotates. It's going to be pretty close. Oh, he beats his first half. He gets the sniper. Sniper calls it, so blue team turns around here. Oh my gosh! While I was paying attention to that, why are we still here has managed to push into last. They've almost gotten the cap. Looks like it's Yucky is suiciding right now for the cart. Oh, it is. Oh, why are we still here takes a round? That was impressive. They just managed to roll it in. After second point, they just kept rolling with it. I'm going to pull up the logs from that round. Okay, looking at the logs from this round, it's pretty interesting. The Zebra gets a whole lot of damage. He does a whole lot of work. But even though he does that much damage, why are we still here? Managed to push in very, very quickly. Yeah, generally, Yucky focused the combo, which is why like their players played alone, and their players were playing for picks. Their players weren't playing the objective, which is why that's how Why Are We Still Here managed to take that round. Is because Why Are We Still Here focused OBJ, which is very, very smart. Pretty surprising they managed to do that. So this is down to the last round. Who's going to win this game? It was also a much quicker game. It was 10 minutes quicker. We'll see if these teams have learned anything about rotating classes. Because it looks like Why Are We Still Here actually rotated their classes. No, they didn't. That scout played for 50 seconds. Looking at who played what for when. It looks like both teams are struggling right now with rotating their classes. If they were to rotate their flex classes much more, depending on the point that they're holding, and depending on what the enemy team's pushing, they might be able to do a lot more work. They just need to essentially think through what class would be useful in this point. Like, not using an engineer to push into first. Using a spy to get a pick. Or not having a spy and a sniper on defense on the first point. Or on the last point. Pretty interesting. Let me put on some music while we wait.
You don't make up for your sins in the church. You do it in the streets. You do it at home. The rest is bullshit and you know it.
It is the ready up right now for the final round.
Begins in 60 seconds.
Yucky is defending on this last point, on this last round of the map. Okay, my mic is all good, everything's set up. Looks like it's the normal engineer Eureka effect roll. Eureka effect roll is very, very good. Using a jagged upgrade.
Begins in 30 seconds.
He's going to manage to get his building out there early. It'll be interesting to see if the teams are playing any differently now than they have been. Looks like Sen's going to suicide. He might be spawning Pyro,
10 seconds.
which would be interesting here because Royal had been doing work as Pyro reflecting.
3, 2, 1.
No, there's no Pyro spawn on the red team. Blue Spine's going to be rotating behind. He's probably going to go for a pick so his team can bomb, or he's going to coordinate with the bombers right now. The red engineer's checking for Spy. Spy actually bumps Sniper. He gets panned once, falls down, gets health. It's interesting that Why Are We Still Here is not coordinating with their Spy and Soldier. If their Soldier were to wait 30 seconds for the Spy to get into a very good position, like he declicks here. Oh, he has the stab, but he messes it. He's probably waiting for another one. If the Soldier and the Spy were to be able to coordinate there, they would be able to do a lot more work. Soldier drops down in the cart. Snack misses a good amount of his shots, and Soldier lives here. He gets milked, though. It'll be interesting to see where the Sniper plays. Sniper's going to rotate to white wall. Maybe he'll hear the decoy. Oh, he does not hear the decoy. He dies in the Sniper. Both Ubers go off right now. It is a solo Uber on the red heavy, and it is a they flash on blue. Red backs up with their players, which is pretty smart because they're going to be able to set up a much stronger second hold if they weren't. If they were to back out with much less players, then it would be much harder for them to set up. Badwater's a very rolling map. Once you get momentum, it's pretty difficult to derail it. Right now it's 1-1. Whoever wins this half should be the winner of the match. It's going to be close. Why Are We Still Here actually did very well last round. Green Beret lives here? And he gets the Sniper. I'm missing everything. It looks like Blue pushed in there but was unsuccessful. They lose a lot of their combo players. Yeah, there's still hope for Why Are We Still Here. First round they didn't look so hot, but then second round they managed to focus the cart, which they did very, very well on. Yucky was not shooting the cart, which that's how they lost. It's a shame. If they had focused the cart, they could have won. But they're in this final game. Once again, Red Demo's playing alone here? Looks like he's watching for a rotate, which he does. However, blue team rotates twice. They rotate, the combo looks behind, then they rotate again. AF Pox backsnare, which is nowhere near as strong. He dies here to the Spy. They get the cap, though. Uber goes off on the red team. Blue team looks like they're backing up with this. Once again, it's interesting. They're playing much more passive than they were last round. It looks like they want to hold each point as strong as they can versus holding one point as long as they can, which is pretty smart because it's the last round. Whoa. Okay, it looks... Blue Spy gets a pick. He managed to live here. Gets the heavy. And gets out. Conch goes down once again on the red team. They don't save their conch. They really just use their conch and go in quickly. It would be interesting to see if they were to hold their conch for Blue to push forward a little bit more. Blue Scout goes down here. And JJ and Blue Demo gets a good amount of damage out. He pushes Red Combo back essentially by himself. There's not many other... There's no other players with him right now. Blue Sniper does rotate down. Right now, Blue Combo died. Ooh, the med dies. Power rotates behind. A little bit of a sloppy game going down on this point. A bunch of rotations. Be interesting to see if Greenberry can get distance here and do anything. Oh, the med's alone? He med's hit for probably 149, 141, around that. It's so close. Yeah, JJM was doing a lot of work by himself earlier. Okay. Blue med needs to switch. Yeah, he does need to switch off of Vaccinator. He's not managing to push with it because it's not as strong as Uber. He definitely needs to switch off the Vaccinator. He vaccinates only one bubble in. It's interesting. They're not really pushing too well. Actually, Red Demo goes down here on this exchange, which means it's going to be much more difficult for Red to hold here. Here's the follow. Red collapses on the cart, which is good because this is what they weren't doing last time. Last time they were focusing on picks. This time if they collapse on the cart, it's much harder for them to cap. However, Blue does get the cap, and Red has 6 up, Blue has 4 up, 5 up. Yeah. EAF has been rotating his mediguns around a lot more than Red has, which is interesting because I think that's maybe part of the reason why we still here has been struggling is because they can't push one specific way if they keep rotating their mediguns. The Red Sniper does go down to the Blue Spy. The Blue Spy goes down also. Sin does manage to kill the Blue Medic here. And, oh, he dies to the Sniper. Dies to a hamshank. Wow. That was a very, very good... Sniper starts with 1 health. Zebra does get him, though. Looks like Red Heavy's been spy checking a lot more. The Blue Spy generally walks in, gets a pick, and dies or gets out. It's pretty interesting. He doesn't get more than 1, and sometimes he'll just get out. So Red has to be extra spy aware here. They're gonna think that... what? Red rotates over to Vaccinator? Interesting. Wonder if they're doing it to specifically combat EAF, or they're just wanting to run the same thing. Maybe just fight Vaccinator. EAF crosses and crits is okay. Very good Vaccinator play here by Red. If they were to pop a bubble there, if they could have popped a bubble there, they could have saved their heavy. However, I don't know. It would have been interesting to see if that had played out a different way. Because Vaccinator has crit resistance. But players are equal. Blue just gets spawns because they're attacking. Players were equal there. It's interesting what's going on right now. It's essentially just the red engineer consistently defending. Red engineer is setting up again. He's not rotating off. Here is where, if I were red med, I would rotate to a different medigun. Because right now, blue has a much quicker charged medigun, and they're able to push in much quicker, and there's not a defense on red. And if red were to switch to a different medigun here versus Uber, it would be much less drastic if they die with 75 Uber versus dying with, like, one bubble back. Blue gets aggressive here. They go to the top of the ramp. They actually walk in. They pop the bubble, and it's a lot of damage down on blue combo. Blue combo loads 2, 3, 4 players. The pyro does a lot of work here. It is sniper up alone defending the cart. He managed. Oh my gosh! He gets so close. Okay, that was very close. He almost got the med pick there. If he had gotten one more pan, he could have killed the heavy. The heavy was so low there. Pretty interesting. I'm going to predict that the engineer is going to do the exact same thing he's done the past 2 rounds, but we will see. I am also going to drink some water.
I am charged. Thanks, Doc. Teleporter coming right up.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Thank you, Zenrator. I'm trying. I'm trying my best. Not amazing, but you know, it can only improve.
Begins in 10 seconds.
If I cast another game in the future, it will be better, because I will know what to change.
3, 2,
Alright.
1.
This is Yucky's final push. If they win this push, they will win their match. If they lose the push, they will not win their match. Why are we still here to win the match? Looks like Blue Soldier's rotating up. He's going to try to get an angle on the gun. The gun takes a lot of direct hits, man. The gun's still up. Red Soldier jumps Blue Sniper. The Red Soldier keeps killing the Blue Sniper here. Ice-T manages... Oh! Really good air shot from Sin there. Even though he's running direct hit, it's still a good air shot. Sin dies to the roller. It's a shame. Looks like Blue's got a good amount of cap time here. They've had ×3 on the entire... Thank you for the follow. They've had ×3 the entire time all the fights have been going on, which is very good because they're so close to the cart cap. Looks like Hippo rotates up and gets Green Beret in a very interesting position. Sin dies again. All in all, why are we still here is actually having a very good defense. It's their game has changed a lot since that first round they played. I don't know what they've really rotated around with it. Yeah, I guess .57 has gone pyro in this defense. I don't know if he was last time. That being said, why are we still here actually drops 3 players, and Yucky is only down 1, so they're going to be able to walk in with this, hopefully. Hopefully, I'm not aware of Uber percents right now. With a follow. Not aware of Uber percents right now. So it's... Okay, they don't even pop here. They managed to kill the medic, the heavy, Ingi, and Pyro, which means they can roll up to this roof. There's not going to be a defense. Okay, but that was a very good catch from that Pyro. If he hadn't have seen that trap, that could have been devastating for Blue. They could have lost a lot of their advantage. Blue managed to push in here. The demo's out alone. J-Jam dies here. Okay, so the Uber goes off on the blue team. Looks like it's a solo Uber right now on Zebra. Zebra walks in with this. However, since it's a solo Uber, the Pyro manages to deny a lot of the damage the demo could do. But Yucky has 6 minutes to cap 2 points. They're doing very well. Okay, the vaccinator bubble goes off and the Pyro Power gets aggressive here with just the medic. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know what they're trying to do with this. Are they trying to get a demo pick? The medic is right now rotating. If the Pyro would watch out of that house, then that Pyro could have killed the med. Blue drops their demo. But general, the combos just, it's a big DM fest. Not really much coordination going on. It's just essentially shoot the enemy. Whatever happens, happens. Blue is down 2, or blue is down 1, red is down 2. Blue gets their spawn. Red is only down their demo here. Yeah, they need to rotate some of the players. They also really, really, really need to switch off the vaccinator. Which is why blue is going to be able to push very aggressively here. The blue Pyro gets the medic, which means they're only down, blue is only down a Pyro, and red is down their combo. Their demo is in the back. Demo's going to die here. Demo is very, very low. Is Zebra going to hit his pipe? Zebra ignores the demo and goes for the engineer. The engineer's trying to set up alone without the help of a team. Yucky should be able to roll this into last. Thank you for the follow. Yucky should be able to roll this into last. They do. Why are we still here? Ooh, it's actually... it's... Ice-T drops on that cart, gets a 3K, dies to the demo. It's a demo fight, a demo bottle fight. J-Jam wins the bottle fight on the cart. Pretty interesting that all that DM just came back down to the end. Red Engineer's going to try to set up a level 3 here. It looks like he is on he's on Jat. It's pretty good if he'll be able to get up to level 3. It's going to be much stronger on the defense. They have, if Why Are We Still Here manages to hold this for the next 4 minutes, they're going to win. But it's going to be close. If they can keep pulling off stuff like they just pulled, they're going to be able to win. Ice-T isn't very high on the scoreboard, but he comes in when it matters, and that's really, really been game-changing. If he hadn't have dropped on the cart there and gotten the 3K, it would have been over. Looks like there's a small fight right now in map room between Royal and Ice-T. However, Yucky does... Yuki dies. Interesting, more DM going down. I don't know what... oh, Blue... Blue just draws 2 of their players. Ice-T rotates behind, gets the medic, the sniper, and almost gets the scout. AF is still on the vaccinator. You would think that after the blue med would die, you would rotate to vaccinator so you'd have Uber add. Because if you have Uber on defense, it's much stronger than having vaccinator. Because if the blue team were to have Uber here, which I'm going to guess they do, if the blue team were to have Uber, yes, the blue team has Uber, they're going to be able to push in and easily crush a vaccinator because vaccinator doesn't make you invulnerable. EF should have really rotated off of vaccinator and gone to Uber. He would have had massive ad, he would have been able to defend, they would have been much stronger. There's a chance that Why Are We Still Here loses because of the vaccinator on this last section. But we'll see how it turns out. If Yucky manages to drop that med... oh yeah, his vaccinator is special. Maybe we should use it. It's actually a pretty cool vaccinator, to be honest. Firehorn's a good shield. I'm gonna go to a third person here. It's some interesting, kind of sloppy pushes right now for... Oh, actually, a solo Uber on the demo? That's the odd thing about Ubering through map room, is that it's kind of disconnected. Oh my gosh. The problem with Ubering through map room there is that the demo had to jump out alone. He got pushed back by the level 3. It was much harder for him to get damage on the gun. So he got damaged, then his med and heavy had to jump out. So Blue was able to individually damage those players. Even though they had Uber, and even though they were pushing into a vaccinator from high ground, They didn't do very well because they got separated and they got, like, split up by the gun. Why are we still here is not so bad. They're a minute and 32 seconds away from beating Yucky. It is very close. It's gonna all come down to the last minute, actually. The last minute of the last round of the last half. Yeah. That's the good thing is that Yucky is... Oh, Yucky Uber! The Uber goes down quick! There's not very... I don't know what the... Okay. The logic, I guess, behind that push was since they're unvaccinated, we're going to be able to push into this. But it'd be interesting... Okay. Ice-T rotates behind, gets the medic again. There's a lot going down right now. Essentially, Blue Uber's in thinking they will have... Okay, it's game. It is... Yucky wins. Essentially, Blue Ubered in because they had the Uber charge. And let me pull up the logs.